All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started with class. So if everyone can find a comfortable seated position near the front of your mat, either crisscross applesauce or seated on your shins. I want you to all bring your eyes to close and start to connect deeper into your breath. Deep inhales in through your nose, into the lowest reaches of your belly, and out through the nose or mouth. Bring that breath to its fullest expression at each aspect. Make the inhalation deep and intentional. Feel the muscles of the belly expand, the rib cage move, the chest rise. Pay attention to all of it. Holding at the top almost as if it's the crest of a wave. And then exhaling to full emptiness. Again, with full intentionality, feeling the body move with that exhale each time. It is in these moments of stillness where you're paying full attention to your sensory experience. What's happening in your physical body, your physical surrounding, that we exercise the mind instead of just the body. Here in this space, you learn how to pay more attention. And when we think of paying more attention, we might be brought into elementary school, a space where you were scolded to be at attention, but I'm talking about something much richer. How attention can lead the way to curiosity, to creativity, to understanding and empathy and compassion, not only with those around you, but also with yourself. This is where we learn what needs are prodding at us. From the person on the other side of the conversation, the problem that we're trying to solve, or within our own selves. So as you enter stillness, as you focus your full attention on breath, maybe different areas of the body start asking for different things. A stretch or a roll, a sway, a steadying, a groundedness. Today is about paying attention and learning to meet your own needs in the space that you create with intention. Breathe deeply in to your low belly. Feel every muscle move, every contraction. Bring in that energy and then exhale fully. Relax your shoulders, the space between your eyebrows. And then repeat. With your next inhale, I invite you to take your hands out to the sides of the room, palms facing up towards the sky, and then lift them up over your head. Putting the palms together, draw them down to your heart, bowing your chin to your chest. And in your mind's eye, I want you to reflect on what more attention, the ability to concentrate more, hear more, listen more, even to yourself. What would this unlock in your life? Dedicate this practice to opening yourself to those answers. With your next inhale, lift your hands back up over your head. And then exhale the hands down to your sides. We're going to roll up over the knees, coming into an all fours position. This quadruped position where our wrists are beneath our shoulders, our knees beneath our hips, and we're going to find a little bit of active movement here. Feel into the body. Pay attention to what it's trying to say. Where is there stiffness? What needs a little bit more of your attention today? What needs to move? What energy needs to be released? And when you're ready, find stillness. Lifting your heart forward, your gaze a few inches in front of your fingertips. Deep breath into the low reaches of your belly, and then exhale. The spine curls up towards the sky. Tuck your tailbone, and then inhale. Scoop the belly down towards the mat as the heart and tailbone rise. Exhale one vertebrae at a time. Find cat pose. Press into the palms, and then inhale. 3 more rounds to the beat of your own breath. Last one here. And after your last inhale, exhale to neutral. From here, we're going to kick the left foot back behind us, pinky toe squared down into the mat, finding stability on that right hip. You're going to lift the heel towards the sky, squeezing the glute, and then tap down. I want you to just keep going with that motion, really trying to feel into that left glute as it works for you, and the stabilizers on the outside of your right hip. Your heart is aimed forward. You're doing this with regal posture, and you're paying attention to the energy in the body all at once. How does this feel? What is challenging? How can you pay more attention to your form, to what's supposed to be working? Squeezing your belly button into your spine. On this last one, stay raised. You're then going to bend through the knee so that your foot is aimed towards the sky. We're going to take the knee down, and then we're going to press it up towards the sky. Again, focusing on feeling that glute. Keep moving with this, taking it nice and slow. And again, right now, we're just practicing on waking up these areas of the body. We'll move into our sun salutations in just a bit, continuing to focus on glutes and legs today. But right now, this is just about awareness. Can you feel your glutes turn on, your stabilizers keeping you in position? Last one. Kick, extend the foot back, put it down, and then sink your tailbone onto your heels. Reach your fingertips out in front of you. Feel length in the back. And then slowly, one vertebrae at a time, work your way back into the start position. Check in with yourself. Belly button to spine, strong core, gaze forward, and then the right foot slides back behind you. Feeling the stabilizers on the outside of that left hip turn on. Lift your foot up towards the sky, squaring your hip down into the mat. Tap the toe and then lift the heel. Feel your glute. Do the work to lift that leg up. Continuing to keep your hips squared down. You might need to make little adjustments, and that's okay. That's where the attention goes. We're waking up this area of the body. that is so often dimmed from all of our sitting. Belly button to spine. This is the last one. Bend at the knee, as if your foot is trying to kick the ceiling. Bring the knee down towards the body and then press all the way up. Keep moving here. Stabilize on the outside of that left thigh. Even weight through your hands. Breathe. Last one. Kick up, extend, release, and sink your tailbone back onto your heels. Big reach. Feel that stretch move up your armpits. Rock your forehead onto the ground. And then when you're ready, slowly roll one vertebrae at a time back into your start position. From here, belly button to spine, toes curled down into the mats. And then you're going to lift your knees and press your belly towards your upper thighs in downward facing dog. You can begin to pedal out the feet here, releasing one knee as the other heel descends towards the mat. Feel that stretch on the back of your legs. Feel everything waking up back there. Warmth building. And continue to breathe. When you're ready, find stillness in this pose. There should be a slight bend in your knees. Your heels move towards the earth with gravity, and your heart moves towards your upper thighs. Your fingers are spread wide, shoulder width apart, pressing into the mat to keep things active and strong. Deep breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, walk your hands back towards your feet at the back of your mat and release the heart onto the upper thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Fingertips drag up the shins. Heart moves out in front of you. Nice flat back. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, circle sweep. All the way up. Squeeze your glutes as you rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift the hands as one. And exhale, fold. Belly to thighs. Slowly walk your hands to the front of your mat, finding plank pose. And you can release the tops of your shins here, making sure that you are pressing your hips forward. One long line from the top of your head to the base of your knees. Exhale, elbows tight to the body. Let them skim your sides until your belly releases. Once you're here, inhale, peel your heart up away, squeeze your glutes, hover your hands, and exhale, melt forward. Press your weight back, your toes curl underneath of you, and adjust your downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale. Slowly walk your toes forward to the front of your mat, nice and slow, and then release into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Heart reaches forward, nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle sweep, leading with the heart, squeezing the glutes. Fingers together, exhale them to the heart. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we fold. Hands come to frame the feet, step back into plank. You can do the first version of this movement, or you can follow along with me to progress. Exhale, the elbows tight to the body until you hover. Flip onto the tops of the feet. Lift the heart, hover the thighs, upward facing dog. And then exhale, flip the toes and send the tailbone back, adjusting your down dog. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, walk your hands back towards your feet at the back of your mat. Release into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle sweep, leading with the heart, squeezing the glutes. Exhale, the hands to heart center. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we fold. Slowly walk your hands to the very front of the mat, finding plank pose. And move with me through one Vinyasa. Exhale, elbows tight. Hover. Tops of the feet. Lift the heart up, dog. And exhale, flip the toes. Send the tailbone back. Downward facing dog. Trying to keep your legs as straight as possible. Slowly begin to walk your toes towards your hands. Slowly. And then release. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Heart reaches forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle sweep. Exhale, hands to heart. Stay here. Check in with your heartbeat. Breathe deeply. Find steadiness and groundedness. And then what I'm going to have you do is take your weight onto your left foot, making a kickstand with your right toe. From here, you're going to flex the foot and lift the knee all the way up out in front of you. Feel your core engage. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Release that foot down. Weight comes over now to the right side. Kickstand with the left. Flex the foot. Lift. Find your core. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Release. Bring your weight to the left. Kickstand right. Lift. Hold. Find your balance and breathe. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this foot back behind us. Nice and slow, stepping it down. Bending both knees, lift up. And exhale, go ahead and find your arms to a T as you lunge. Inhale, lift. Exhale. And you don't need to go very deep on this. You're just kind of flowing up and down. Move with your breath. Lift up. And we're going to step all the way in. Hands together. Find your heart rate. Breathe. Weight to your right foot. Left foot lifts up. Hold. Set it down. Switch sides. Find stability. Move slow through the march. Set it down. Weight to right. Left foot reaches. And we're going to take this back behind us. Same thing. Finding a lunge position. You're up. Up and down. Lift. Exhale. Flowing up and down. Trying to keep the hips squared. Move with your breath and awareness of your body. Exhale down. Last one. We lift. We step in. Hands together. Find your breath. Steadiness. Inhale, lift the hands up over the head. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Taking the hands down, hop or step back to plank. And move through one Vinyasa. Meeting in downward facing dog whenever you're ready. Breathe. Left heel is now going to rise towards the sky. And once you're there, point the toe, open the hip, single leg dog. Exhale, pull that knee forward between the hands, finding low lunge. Hold here for a beat. Breathe. Step it in, forward fold. Inhale, circle sweep. Exhale, hands to the heart. hop or step back to plank. Move through one vinyasa. Meeting in downward facing dog. The right heel lifts. Pinky toe square. Glute engaged. Then point the toe, open the hip, single leg dog. Exhale, pull that through between the hands, low lunge, hold here. Knee aligned over that second or third toe. And you can always modify with that shin down. That's always an option. Blocks are also your friends if you need to have those underneath your hands. And go ahead and step in, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle sweep. Exhale, hands to the heart. Steady your breath, steady your heart. I'm going to have everybody turn towards the side of the room here. And we're going to take one nice long step out to the right, finding a big wide leg stance. From here, the heels are going to turn in, just about a quarter turn. So your toes are pointing out, your heels in. We're going to lift the hands up over the head, exhale the hands to the heart, and sink down. Your knees are going to track out over your toes. Stay here for a beat. Pulling your glutes underneath of you. I want you to just do a little sway to and fro right here. Nothing too intense. You don't need to be super deep. But practice keeping your torso upright as you sink a little bit deeper, even a centimeter deeper in the toes. Inhale, I'm going to have you lift the hands up, straighten the legs, and then split the hands behind or apart, pulling your elbows down. This is goddess pose, goddess arms. Squeeze your glutes and breathe. Exhale, pull. Last one. We're holding at the bottom. Your torso is up. Feel your legs. Stay with the discomfort for 3, 2, 1. We lift. And we're going to go ahead and take our toes to the side of the room. So now again, pointing forward. Hands to heart center. And we're going to shove our glutes back behind us, finding a nice tabletop and a big deep stretch in the back of the legs. Stay here, practicing feeling the muscles of your back work as you press your glutes behind you. And then you're going to go ahead and release into a full fold. Fingertips underneath of you, pointing towards that wall, same as your toes, as you bend through your elbows. As long as you get a little bit more leverage there, the elbows will bend a little bit deeper. Breathe. Slowly walk your fingertips over to your right side. Your heart aimed at your big toe. Maybe you even want to grab that right ankle to keep your back nice and flat. Focusing the stretch on this leg. Breathe. Slowly release back to center. And then over to the left. Same thing, heart aims at that big toe. And you're slowly closing the gap between your low belly and your upper thigh. Slowly release back into that center fold. One last time, one deep breath. And then I want you to walk your hands out in front of you until they're flat, straight, and lift through the back. Squeeze your glutes all the way up. Hands come down to the heart as you step all the way back in. Turn towards me at the front of the room. And then slowly, we're going to release down to the mat. Come to lay on your backs. One final stretch before we meet Shavasana. Your left ankle is going to cross the top of your right knee. As you pull both in towards the chest, reaching through that figure four. Keep your left knee floating out to the side of the room and open this entire time. Focusing the stretch on the outside of the hip. Release that leg down. We're going to switch sides. Right ankle to left knee, pull in. And keep that right knee floating out and open. The foot flexed. Breathe into the side of your hip. Today was a little bit more intense than I normally do. What did I ask at the beginning of this class? What was the intention set? It was attention. Not. But wherever you are, reflect on attention as we move towards Shavasana. Release this stretch. You can take any last minute stretches that feel like they're calling out to you. And when you're ready, release your heels to the wide edges of your mat and allow your arms to run down along your sides, palms facing up, walking your shoulder blades down flat to the mat. As you breathe, become one with your mat, one with silence. Can you keep your own attention as the energy winds down? One last deep breath in through your nose and all the way down into the soles of your own feet. And when you're ready to release with that breath any remaining tension or feelings that you don't wish to bring out of this room with you. can begin to awaken your body, giving a little wiggle to your fingers and your toes. And when you feel ready and led, you can make your way onto your side body, tucking your knees into your chest in the fetal position and using your top facing hand to press your torso up, protecting your back. Thank you for joining me for class today and being open to the challenge. I appreciate your presence and hope that you're willing to carry some of that attention with you through the rest of the day, asking yourself, what do I need? How can I stop and be with myself even just for a couple breaths? Thanks for giving yourselves the gift of 30 minutes of movement. It's my honor to serve as your instructor. Have a great rest of your day, friends. Namaste.